to make your own pasta. So let's wait for a couple people to come join us. But we're coming to you live today to entertain, to educate, to keep people sane in this day and age that we are right now, right? So we, as you guys know, most of you guys know, or maybe if you don't know, my name is Claudia Bazar. I'm a National Executive Director with Pampered Chef. And we are part of a group today where we're just teaching people different things, different cooking skills, different things that you could do with your kids, just to keep people entertained and not go crazy because, you can only watch so much Netflix, right? So tell me below that you're here, that you're watching, and we're excited with just 3 ingredients, water, flour, and eggs, to show you how to make your own tagliatelle pasta, which are the really thicker noodles, like thicker than fettuccine, right? So for those of you that don't know, I was born and raised in Germany, but my parents are Italian. So they're visiting here from Italy. They came here before everything else went crazy. So they're stuck here for a while. So we decided to teach you guys how to make your own tagliatelle. So if you want to follow along, go ahead and get flour. No, aspetta. Go ahead and get flour. Get about 4 cups of flour ready and a bunch of eggs, all right? And we're going to teach you how to do that. So tell us here that you're watching and we'll get started in just a second, okay?
Faccio dopo glielo diciamo cosa stiamo facendo, non ti preoccupare.
All right, so I'm going to make sure that you guys are seeing this live. So let me just check here to make sure everybody's on watching and we'll get going. All right. So let's just make sure this is working. We're good to go before we get started. Okay, yay. Okay, no, you don't need to sift the flour, okay? Just normal flour. We'll walk you through it. Okay, yay. Looks like it's working. Awesome. Okay, so let's kind of walk you through the ingredients again. Allora, prima aspetta, digli ciao, che loro fanno
ciao. Hi.
All right, so allora dimmi cosa che hai e ce lo dico a loro.
1 chilogrammo di farina.
Okay, so 4 cups, 1 chilo. Tu hai detto 500 grammi, allora 1 chilo?
Sì.
Okay, so 8 cups of flour, all right?
4 abbiamo messo, sono 1 chilo, giusto?
No, 4 sono 500 grammi.
Ah, ok, 4 di
okay.
4
cups of flour, all right? 4 cups of flour is about 500 grams of flour, which is typically
4 uova.
A serving for about 4 adults, or maybe 4 adults, 2 kids, right? And again, don't freak out if this doesn't go perfect the first time, all right? This is just something to try and just have some fun with your kids or maybe by yourself. So share pictures, tell us in the chat what you're doing. So we put 4 eggs, 4 uova.
Yes.
So 4 full eggs. So get a bowl. Get a bowl, put the flour in there, all right? Tell me below if you're following along. And then make like a hole,
Sì.
Make a hole, right? You see make a hole and then add about 4 eggs. All right? And then we got about a cup of water. No, aspetta un secondo. Sì. Falli vedere. So I'll show it to you guys. So you dig a hole, all right? And you just need your hands. Now you could, if you had a KitchenAid, we have one up here. We're not going to use that because I'm assuming that most of you guys don't have a pasta maker or anything like that. So we're just going very, very basic. So let me check to see if you guys are following along and making sure. Okay, good. You guys can see it, hear me. Well, good to go, it looks like. Okay. So then you just kind of mix the egg a little bit with some of the flour, and you continuously start getting some of the flour from the outskirts, and just do it nice with your hands. And then, caldo o freddo?
No, tiepida, non fredda.
Aspetta che loro devono andare a prendere l'acqua. So go get about a cup and a half, 2 cups of water that is not cold and not hot. It's about lukewarm.
Uno di questi, yeah.
Yeah, so 1 cup. Get about 1 cup of water. All right? Okay? So then you put your water in there, a little bit at a time, okay? Not
mix.
All at once. Mix.
Follow me, mix.
Sí, bravo. Yeah, so let's knead some dough here. knead away, knead away.
Gentle.
Be gentle. This takes, questo serve pazienza, no?
Yeah.
You need patience for this, all right? But the reason is, right, if lots of stores are out of pasta, out of a bunch of things, and if you have flour, eggs, and water at home, you can do a lot of things that you don't have to go buy in the store. And it's a fun activity you can do with your kids too, right? So just gently mix along and just keep adding a little bit of water at a time. And for those of you that don't know, we're actually going through a kitchen renovation. So if you see that, like we have a tablecloth in here, our countertops aren't done, that cabinet broke. So it's kind of a little bit on hold right now until we can go back out, right?
Adesso forte.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you got your water in there, then you, instead of being gentle, you need to be a little, you need to use your muscles a little bit, right? Muscoli.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep kneading the dough. Keep kneading it. Keep going. Right. So what are you guys doing during this quarantine? Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Just got to make sure I can read your comments. Going. Right. So what are you guys doing?
Guarda, deve essere così, né troppo duro né troppo molle.
All right. So the dough should be, she's showing you, alzalo un po'. Yeah. It shouldn't be too hard and not too soft. Okay. So you just keep kneading it until it gives you a little bit of resistance, but where it's not too floppy and where it's not that hard.
Togli di qua.
Okay, then get it out of your bowl. So how are you guys doing? Following along? All right, let me just check these comments. It's a little hard to do everything. Okay, it looks like it's working. All right.
Adesso si preparano un po' di farina extra.
All right, good. All right, so now you go get a little bit of extra flour. Yeah, like Play-Doh. Play-Doh is a good tip. Yeah, consistency of Play-Doh. Get a little bit of flour, get it on your hands.
And clean your hand.
And basically clean your hands with it. Scrape all that dough out, okay? All right, and then just kind of keep folding it over. Get more flour. This is our pastry mat that comes in handy when you're doing things like that. Works great for pies and doughs and stuff like that too. All right, and just kind of keep folding it over and keep kneading it. So just kind of fold and knead, fold and knead.
Si mischia tutto.
Yeah, until it's nice and mixed. There you go. Faccio io un po'?
Aspetta che prima te la faccio bene.
Se non c'hanno paura che pensano che devono avere tutti i papà.
Oh no! Ok, vuoi venire tu?
All right, so just keep kneading, right? Keep mixing it.
E io vado a lavare le mani.
Okay, and she's going to go wash her hands and prepare. So let me know if you guys are enjoying this. But this is probably the most of an Italian lesson you're going to get. It doesn't get more than that, right? It doesn't get more authentic.
Yeah.
So you just keep rolling and kind of pushing it out. Keep tugging and pushing it out. And then until you have this little sausage and you can kind of turn it over and you start at the top and you keep kneading. All right. So, Gigi, I'm live. Welcome to Live with Kids at Home, right? So you just keep doing that. Now, if you have a KitchenAid, right, that's better. If you have a mixer, that's even better too. But we figured we're going to go back to basics because we got time, right? We have time these days. We're all stuck at home. But you could use a KitchenAid for this too. And just kind of dough it up. All right, so we're just going to keep kneading. How are you guys doing? Tell me what's for dinner tonight. Is it pasta? Or probably this afternoon. All right, keep kneading. È bagnato, devo tipo mettere un altro po'. So once you kind of feel that it's kind of like wet, you just want to keep adding flour around on top because you're going to feel it in your hands that it's kind of starting to get wet, right? I'm just going to keep kneading it. All right, so next time you go to Sam's Club or Costco, stock up on flour. You can do a lot of things when you have flour and eggs. All right.
Vai, forza.
Yes. All right, she said I need more strength. I'm going to step on the stool. Or maybe that didn't work. All right, so just keep kneading. By the way, this group, we have a group on Facebook, right, that you guys are part of, that all of us Paper Chef consultants are uniting to give you guys entertainment every day, education, different things you can do with your kids. This is not a sales group. This is simply to give back to our community and give you guys some entertainment. So go ahead, let us know if you want in the group, share it with your friends, get them to join too. And we can all overcome the craziness right now. So this is your workout. Questo fanno ginnastica ora. Posso andare dal...
Perfetto.
È buono?
Sì, vai.
Oh yeah, perfetto. Oh, look, doing good. I will tell you, I don't normally make this.
Fagli
Really.
vedere come deve essere.
All right, so you keep seeing, it's like getting harder and harder. Diventa più duro.
Sì,
no?
ancora deve
Yeah,
lavorare.
and you got to keep working. All right. So all the gyms are closed here. So this is your workout. Metto ancora.
Sì, poi metti.
All right. So keep adding a little bit more flour. Again, might not be perfect, right, for you guys at home, but it's going to work out, and you're going to have some fun, and you're going to get to do something maybe you've never done before, because now we have time. So I have this, because we have a tablecloth underneath, it's kind of sliding because our countertops aren't ready yet.
Faccio io.
Faccio io un po', ti faccio
Fai un
vedere
po' tu?
come si fa.
All right.
Ok, faccio vedere la versione giusta
Sì.
come si fa, ok? Schiaccia, ma non la devi spaccare.
Ok. So just knead it, but try not to break it where it like rips apart. Just like kind of push down and roll
Senza spezzarla.
without breaking it apart.
Se no diventa nervoso.
So otherwise, if it breaks apart, she says the dough gets nervous and it poi non funziona.
No.
And then it won't work. Who knows if that's the truth, but that's what we'll go with it.
Se vuoi la puoi togliere questa adesso. Tira.
No, perché ci faccio vedere perché?
Perché qua si lavora più.
Sì, ma poi scivola questo.
Ok.
All right, hope you get all that right. So you guys following along? All right, if you are, make sure you take some pictures that you can share later. Basta?
No, basta
No?
carina. Basta.
Oh, okay, no more flour. So no more flour, just keep kneading, keep kneading. Facciamo dire a papà?
Vedi? Dai, su, pure papà.
All
Così
right,
lui la
I'm
fa.
gonna bring in my dad because he's got a little bit more muscles. So we're gonna have him do it. Get your kids to do it. Get your husband.
Dai,
to
dagli
come
due
in.
botte tu.
Everybody.
But he's a little stronger, so it's just gonna be a little faster. All right. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Making some homemade pasta that you guys can follow along later if you're catching this now, and do it. Maybe you can do it for dinner. Maybe you can do it this week, right? So maybe just make sure there's no questions.
Non ci vuole.
Yeah, if you're short, you might need a stool. That is true. Corned beef and cabbage. Awesome. All right. So we'll just keep kneading the dough. Ce la fai?
It's good. I
I just asked him to make sure he knows what he's doing. So see, it's a lot easier when you have a strong man in the house. So if not, just have some fun with it, right? That's all that it's about. Just have some fun.
Guarda che bella gialla che l'ha fatta papà.
Yeah. So see how it's going to turn nice and kind of almost like yellowish, right? And it almost like a,
E diventa liscia.
and it's like smooth. So you shouldn't see like the pieces breaking up, right? Yes, it's something fun to do with the family. That's right. Oh, here are the comments. Now I can see it. Haha. Yay. Glad you guys are loving it. And if you are short, you might need a stool. Just like, I'm sure you're used to that, right?
Come quando carezza una femmina.
Sì,
No.
quello ci devo dire. My dad said just like when you treat your wife, you have to be gentle and smooth. That's what he said. I'm just translating. All right. So it is.
Il coltello alla tagliamo.
So we have all kinds of pastas we can teach you, but we're teaching you the most simplest one where you don't necessarily have
Guarda che
to.
bella.
Aspetta, ci faccio then.
La
So you can
facciamo
kind of see, right? It's nice and smooth. It's almost like Play-Doh texture, but it's nice and dense. It's nice and heavy. But there shouldn't be any cracks, okay? So if you're still kneading, just follow along. You can always come back later and finish it up, okay? All right, get your knife, cut it in half.
No,
Okay. Don't cut on your pastry bed, right?
Sì, dentro com'è?
This is what it looks like on the inside. So nice and smooth. Can you see that? Okay, let me see here. Nice and smooth. No cracks, right? Okay.
Normale l'impasto va lasciato riposare una mezz'oretta.
Okay, so normally forse ci facciamo vedere solo uno e poi loro possono riposare.
Però no, piano piano si può fare anche
Okay,
prima.
so normally the dough needs to kind of rest for 30 minutes. So you just kind of, se lo fai riposare lo lasci fuori così.
Si copre?
And if leave it, okay.
No.
Okay, so typically you would rest this for at least 30 minutes, cover it in some plastic wrap. But she said it's okay by the time we get done, it's fine. But if you have the time, let it rest. Se c'hanno tempo, sì. All right, so this is our roller. It's actually a marble roller. It actually weighs 4 pounds. It's pretty heavy. I've weighed it before. Now you just kind of start rolling out. Start rolling out your dough.
Mettere via quello, capito?
Sì, poi non si vede tanto. All right, so just kind of start rolling out your dough.
Vedi che si restringe, che è nervosa. Se la lasci riposare, invece se la lasci...
Okay, so she said because the dough is nervous right now, it retracts. So if you let it rest, the less that's going to happen, okay? And always keep adding a little bit more flour too. Noi ci possiamo fare vedere solo uno e poi loro lo finiscono, okay? So we'll show you like one, how to cut it and stuff like that. And then you guys, with patience and time, can finish the rest, right?
Si gira.
Yeah, keep turning it around. Keep adding more flour.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in your entertainment while you're at work. That's good, right? That's good. We like to hear that. Okay, keep rolling around. So I expect lots of pictures of homemade pasta over the next couple of days.
More flour.
I'm challenging all of you guys to try it and try something new.
Adesso, guarda.
Now, roll it up and keep rolling. Kind of roll it over, right? You see it? Roll it over and push down and keep kind of stretching it so it gets bigger. So you're stretching it out and it gets bigger, right? Keep adding more flour. Yeah. Make sure you tell your friends you're part of this group, right? They want to join. We're going to have all kinds of fun over the next couple weeks with you guys to make sure you don't get too bored. Right, keep stretching it out. And you're trying to basically form like a rectangle. You're not going for a circle here. You're going for, I don't know what they're called. I can't think of the word. But a long skinny shape rather than a square. So tell us what you're making for dinner tonight. What's on your menu if you haven't told us yet. So this takes patience, right? And if you had a pasta machine, so they have cheap ones that you can do manually, or if you have a KitchenAid, you can get the attachment too, but it's not worth it unless you're planning to make one. Oval, yes. Thank you, oval shape. But I was thinking of those, what are those pizza? They're not called pizzas. Oh, flatbreads. Like flatbreads have kind of that shape. That's what I was thinking of. But yes, oval. Thank you.
Tutto uguale.
Come tutto uguale.
No, grossa, fina.
Okay, so make sure it's smooth evenly, that one part is like thick on one side and thin, right? Make sure it's even.
Ok, spiegagli lo spessore che deve avere, ancora un po' di meno.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know what it is.
Fagli. Devi stare come la pasta normale,
just like pasta, like that kind of thickness, okay?
2 millimetri, diciamo, come la tagliatelle.
About 2 milliliters, whatever that is in inches. Somebody tell me.
Adesso vi facciamo vedere come si taglia, no?
All right, and then we'll show you how to cut them, okay? We'll just show you one, and then that way you can either decide to continue, or go ahead and finish that.
Questo è lo spessore
So more flour, okay?
Si fa così.
And then you kind of tuck
Così.
on both ends and keep rolling
E così.
one at a time. Do you see it? Okay, so you're kind of fold in from both sides. Get your cutting board because you don't want to cut on the pastry mat. Slide it on.
Ok.
All right, and now you're going to cut it. All about the same thickness.
Mezzo centimetro più o meno.
About a half a centimeter.
A scelta pure questo.
Yeah, maybe like a 1/4 inch. So it's going to look like this. Okay,
Quando la
Poi si fa così, guarda, si prendono così.
and then you just kind of pull them up and just kind of shake them. All right, keep kind of separate them lightly and kind of shake them.
metto la farina.
No,
Yeah.
no, faccio messo. Ho già fatto.
And just make sure they have some flour. In case they're sticking, just keep sprinkling some more flour
Si
on
vede che
them.
appiccicano, vedi?
If
No,
you
ma-
feel like they're sticking, just keep adding
L'ho
some
già messa
flour
prima.
to keep them separated.
Ecco quando bolle l'acqua, quando la metti dentro 5 minuti.
Ecco.
Okay. And if you're cooking these right away, just put them in some boiling water. These cook very fast. They take about 5 minutes and you're ready to go. Make some fresh sauce with it. Even just some oil and some garlic is really good with these too.
Quello che ci mette il sale nell'acqua.
Yeah, make sure you put salt in your water. E uno se lo deve mangiare stasera, si lascia fuori così
Se li
separato.
mangi oggi, si lasciano qua. Se li mangi domani, si mettono in frigo.
Okay, so as long as you're eating them today, you can leave them out with some flour and they can just sit there. If you're eating them tomorrow, just put them in your fridge. Si fanno congelare questi?
Anche sì.
Yeah. She also said you can freeze them if you want to.
Però la migliore è fresca.
But you can freeze them, but the best thing is to just eat
Ok,
them
così sono
fresh.
finiti.
Okay, so we'll show you. Okay, I hope you guys had some fun. Can't wait to see pictures and messages with this fresh pasta that you guys made. Right, I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, so this is kind of what it's going to look like. So thanks for joining us. Again, make sure you tell your friends we have a special group that us Pampered Chef Consultants came together and we're going to share all kinds of different things throughout the next couple days and weeks to teach you guys different skills and to keep you entertained at home. So any questions, comment below and we'll answer them. And thanks so much for joining us. And we hope you guys had some fun and got some entertainment and got to experience a little bit of Italy because you're probably not going in the next couple weeks. Good check.
Quando che li apri, stanno tutte aperte, non attaccate.
Sì.
Okay, so when you're, putting them on your cutting board, make sure they're separated so they're not all clumping together. So just
Metto
keep
un po' di
them
farina.
nice and separated and give some flour in there. All right, guys? Thanks.
Ok, thank you so much.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao, I'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Mangiare che buono!
All right, let's see.
No, non è che non-
Sì, dai, così non è